the last Dragonborn, Dovahkiin, perhaps the most iconic character in the Elder Scrolls universe. He is a mortal blessed with the blood and soul of a dragon by Akatosh. Dragonborn are blessed with the power of the Thun, or the voice, the language of the dragons gifted to the Nords by Paarthurnax. This great power was used to help slay the Nords' former dragon masters. Dragonborn being the greatest dragon slayers, for they have the ability to absorb knowledge directly from the dragons via absorbing their souls. Perhaps the greatest Dragonborn was Telos, though there were no dragons in his time. The first Dragonborn I have covered before, Miraak, but this video is about the last. To quote Ulfric Stormcloak, "You're Dragonborn. The rules don't apply to you. You can shout the way the dragons do, without training, through inborn instinct." So the voice and all its many abilities come from instincts and the soul of the dragon. Now, for this video, I will be assuming Dragonborn has everything: items, weapons, skills, shout, ranks, everything possible in game, and whatever he would logically have in lore, which is seemingly what Bethesda says is canon. Before going over the power of the Thun, it should be noted, as a master of the College of Winterhold, he would have much knowledge and skill of arcane magic and flat out more raw magical power than someone like Niluth, a wizard of House Telvanni, meaning he has the power to take entire armies to school of destruction. What I mean is, just on a pure magic power scale, he could wipe out entire armies. He could summon giant brutes to fight by his side. You can also not forget the underrated school of alteration, the distortion of local reality through direct opposition of mage's will. It's not simply for skills such as paralyzing, water breathing, water walking, lockpick opening, and personal elemental shields, though those are great things. Alteration manipulates the physical world and its natural properties, basically reality warping. Now the Thun. Someone simply training in Thun, like Ulfric, was said to casually rip a person to pieces with his voice. Long ago, Thun users could blow down entire fortresses. The Greybeards together shook the entirety of Nyrend with their voice. The Thun can be used to manipulate the weather and cast lightning from the sky. But Thun, or the voice, has so much more than brute force. It can be used to bend the will of even dragons, stop time, and even reshape history itself. Now, before getting into the power of Alduin, we'll go over a few powerful characters the Dragonborn has beaten. Mercer Frey. While a thief, an occupation not really known for fighting, he is still very experienced and a former Nightingale. He has unlocked great power through the use of the Daedric artifact, the Skeleton Key. Dragonborn has defeated multiple Thalmor mages and Dragon Priests. Dragon Priests are very skilled and even assisted in fighting dragons in ancient times. They should also have very powerful and ancient magic. Talented magic users have been shown to manipulate and even create entire islands. Dragonborn has experience in fighting many beasts, monsters, undead, and other entities such as Draugr, high-ranking vampires, vampire lords, werewolves, and of course, dragons. Now, Alduin, the dragon who calls himself the firstborn of Akatosh. He is the World Eater, the one tasked with devouring all reality in Nyrend to reshape a new world. However, he took another path and instead opted to rule over Mundus, said to have killed over 20 Jills, female dragons of Akatosh that manipulate the flow of time with his fire breath. He even fought and defeated Shor, the Nord counterpart to Larkon, at the beginning of time. Larkon was a trickster god who used the power of the divines to create Niren. Alduin has likely devoured many Nords till one day 3 Nords learned a deadly shout, Dragonwind, that forced him to the ground. Lore-wise, it is said to make immortal dragons experience mortality. Still, they could not defeat him, and were forced to use the Elder Scrolls, trapping him across space-time till he one day returns. As a prophecy foretold, when misrule takes its place at the 8th corners of the world, when the brass tower walks and the time is reshaped, when the thrice blessed fail and the red tower trembles, when the Dragonborn ruler loses his throne and the white tower falls, when the snow tower lies sundered, kinless, bleeding, the world eater wakes, and the wheel turns upon the last Dragonborn. Now, sure, as you can already tell, I'm pretty far from a lore expert, but I can tell you one is about the Tribunal, one is about the Civil War, and another the Oblivion Gate Crisis. Alduin would awake his kin from the mythic era to the fort, to once again rule over Niren, until the Dragonborn got his first taste of dragon murder and eventually faced Alduin, who he shouted to the ground and defeated. Alduin later absorbed the souls of men in Sovngarde. Dragonborn, after defeating multiple dragon priests, one of which fought Miraak for days and split an island from Skyrim, he eventually made his way to Sovngarde, where he proved himself by defeating the ancient god of trials, Tisan, and with the help of 3 ancient warriors, he defeated Alduin. Later he would face the first Dragonborn, Miraak, who I have already covered, but pretty much a Dragonborn who slew and absorbed many dragons till he was almost killed by a Daedric priest and saved by the Daedra Hermaeus Mora, residing in his dimension for 4,000 years. But not simply sitting and reading, he grew more knowledge and power as well. So much so he easily nullified the Dragonborn in their first encounter with simple lightning. Luckily for Dragonborn, while he seemingly could no longer absorb dragon souls due to Miraak's interference, he could however read the Black Books, Daedric artifacts created by Hermaeus Mora. These books give knowledge of the past and future, such as the knowledge and power to mentally break and control dragons. And it is with all this he defeated Miraak and absorbed his souls. That is the last we know of the Dragonborn. Now that I have broken down his abilities and history somewhat, time to get into those fun items he collected along his adventures, specifically the Daedric ones. I will only bring up the most noteworthy items, such as the Dawnbreaker, a longsword created by the Daedric prince Merilda, the Daedric prince of infinite energies. The sword has been used by mortals many times to drive back the Daedric armies and even the Daedra themselves, such as Clavis Vile and Molak Bal. At full power, as in the Daedra's power, it was used to defeat Nocturnal in her own realm. The Skeleton Key, an artifact that can be used to unlock hidden potential. The key's power affects Nocturnal's connection to Mundus. The Staff of Mundus, a staff created by a god to help Larkon create the universe. Mehrunes Razor, a durability nullifying blade that can potentially kill almost anything. Actually, it's a bit more complex than that, but that's the essential usefulness that I can see. Ariel's Bow. It was used to create time and defeat Larkon himself. It can penetrate through the infinite layers of Mundus and Oblivion to reach Arthurus. I might be messing up the name here. Agma and Fum. The knowledge within the tome grants the reader access to the artifact's energy, which can be manipulated to achieve near godlike abilities. Now, overall stats and scaling. Generally, he should scale near or above the Daedra. I will explain why. But first, I want to get into speed. The last Dragonborn can keep up with dragons who move at incredible speeds and create sonic booms. Should be able to attack and reflect lightning strikes. Can fight Alduin, who exists beyond the natural flow of time and can enhance all abilities with certain magics. Essentially, he is immeasurable. While I rarely cover durability these days, due to the redundancy, I wanted to note that with certain armor and spells, the last Dragonborn can become pretty much invulnerable and have attacks formed against them absorbed or redirected. Now, overall power and attack potency, well, after all he's done, he scales above Miraak, Alduin, and even the Daedra. Why? Well, Alduin, some could argue he simply got weaker after not being worshipped. There's not much to really suggest he got that much weaker than before. He is the entity that defeated an aspect of Larkon. You also have Miraak, who while he does say that Alduin would have been troublesome, he should easily compare to both the Dragonborn, and you could easily argue Hermaeus Mora did not flat out kill Miraak earlier is due to the fact that perhaps Hermaeus Mora flat out could not kill Miraak and relied on the power of the Dragonborn. And of course you have Ariel's bow, which with the daughter of Cold Harbor's blood can pierce multiple infinite dimensions. So overall, I see the last Dragonborn as a high hyperversal to ultraversal character. Well, tell me what you all think. Tell me what I may have misunderstood, anything. I'd love to hear your opinion, and please remember to like, subscribe, and hit the bell.